Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to the Boot Camp Blueprint, the place where personal trainers go to grow their boot camp. I'm super excited this week because I've got my two boot camp experts. Let's do an around the ground.
What's up, everybody? I'm Danielle Chevalier, and I can't talk today. Hopefully, it comes out for me for the rest of this podcast. But I'm excited to be here as always. Love talking to these two and you guys listening in. And today's topic's an important one because it's right around the corner. So can't wait to give my input here.
And what's up, everybody? My name is Jonathan Hurdelis. You can find me on Instagram by searching BFF Bootcamp or on YouTube by searching anything dealing with personal training, really, because I'm all over the place because I'm obsessed with personal training and boot camp training and business building. And can't wait to dive into this topic because you guys got to get ready for this new year. So let's get on the ball.
And I'm your host, Jono from Fitness Education Online. And today's topic is the new year, how to kick off the new year with a bang, or what you can do now to set you up for success in 2019. Now, very important topic. Probably more so in Australia, I'd say, than in the America part of the world. Any part of the world, right? I'm sure you guys have New Year's resolutions over there, right? Is that a big thing for?
Yeah.
Yep, cool. Same here in Australia. Also, it's the middle of summer here as well. So it's New Year's resolution. It's the middle of summer. It's the perfect time to get fit. And we've got this joke here in Australia. Everyone puts these memes up where they show the photo of the gym in December 31st and there's no one there. And then they show it on January 1st and it's the Royal Rumble with all these wrestlers just fighting for whatever space. So I think what's important for us as boot camp instructors is we capitalize on that, right? There's going to be all these people that are potentially going to join a fitness program now that would never even think about joining it in July. So how can we capitalize on that rush there? Jonathan, do you want to start us off with some strategies?
Yeah. I've actually been pretty heavily involved in my private Facebook page for my students because it's all about hitting the ground running for the new year. And there are going to be so many options because everybody knows that January is the time where everybody's going to try to get in shape. So everybody thinks they're going to get all the clients, but you're not if you're not prepared. So the main thing that we were going over was making sure the word gets out now. Over the last week, we've been putting out the word, not waiting for January, because even though people may not make a decision now, you want to be in the front of their minds when January 1st rolls around. So when my Facebook ad comes up, it's talking about free classes for January. You know, when you make that decision, even now with my clients that are currently with me, I'm like, how are you eating? They're like, I'm eating like crap. I'm like, can we stop? Can we work on this? This conversation I just had today. And the girl was like, okay, I'm going to start January 1st. So everybody knows that it's around the corner, but they may not have made their decisions yet. So you want to get the word out there. And one of the things that I suggest to my trainers to do is to be open when everybody else is closed. So that way you're the place where people goes, so I'm going to be running classes the day before Christmas. I'm going to be running classes the day after Christmas. A lot of gyms are going to slow down in the last week of the year because they think that nobody's going to come. I rev up when everybody else slows down, so I can be that show in town. And so it worked well for Thanksgiving. I said, all right, everybody, Thanksgiving morning, free class. Anybody that wants to come can come. And it brought me 4 clients, without even having to try. And then the residuals of the clients that they refer, one client can be so valuable. So every client that you get is important. We did a podcast a couple weeks ago where we were talking about the most important apps, and you'd be surprised how many trainers didn't know how to use Vaunt, where you can have the caption above and below the video that you're presenting. So I've spent a lot of time teaching trainers how to use Vaunt because that's where your call to action is going to be. So if people are kind of focused on the video, or they lose focus quickly, rather, at least they have the call to action as soon as the video starts playing, as opposed to waiting for them to get to the end of the video. So definitely making use of the Vaunt app. In terms of what happens when the new year starts, I'm already starting to promote my fat loss contest. I'm not going to start it till mid-January, but that's just something that's automatic. Everybody knows Jonathan likes systems and Jonathan likes to be in a box. So people can count on the fact that there's going to be a fat loss contest, because I know people are going to want to do it anyway. I don't want to do it. I hate it. It's a lot of work, but a lot of clients like feed into that. So just having that set and ready. It's more about being ready for what you know is coming, as opposed to just waiting for the first of the year. Just going like, all right, well, I'm here. How come nobody is coming to my place? Because you didn't prepare yourself. So it's all about preparing yourself, getting the word out early, being open when everybody else is closed, and then giving people what you know they want anyway.
Wow, I love that. That's some good info there. I'll summarize that because there were so many good points. I love the you're open when everyone else is closed, because I also think it's easier for us to do that as boot camp instructors. Like if you're a gym, okay, if you need to open all day and you've got expenses and you've got to pay staff, and okay, that can be a bit of a pain in the ass. For us, we just got to run one session during the day, right? And that can be enough to capture all those things there. So that's worth it. I love the way how you said everyone thinks that they're all going to get the clients come New Year. But like, if everyone thinks that, they can't go to everywhere, right? So they're going to go to the people that are most prepared. So I love that. And I also love the way you said that people may not start training now, but they're going to make plans now. So they're going to be like, all right, hey, look, I'm not going to do anything now, like December 23rd, but come January 1st, I'm going to get so in shape. Let me Google some places now. Let me check out my friends and see whether, oh, okay, there's a boot camp there. That's the one I'm going to go to come January 1st. But if you're not advertising now in late December, there's no possible way they can make that decision. So if you wait till January 1st, half the people have already made their decision. So I love those points there. Chevalier.
All right. Good stuff, Hurdleist. Thank you so much. I learned some stuff from you too. So for me, what I just sent out to my crew, and I told a lot of my trainers to do the same, was to send out a survey. So I sent out a survey to all my clients, to my whole email list of my crew here in Windsor, and asked them what. First, we do our AXFIT Awards. So we have our Christmas party coming up tomorrow night, actually, and we have our AXFIT Awards. So I said, to the trainers out there listening and the ones that I send this stuff to, I tell them, do this awards. It's really fun. I do top motivator, the funny guy,
most likely to end up in jail, and that's all.
Yeah, or most embarrassing moment, just stuff like that. So I do Survey Monkey. You can make it where, you ask a question, they can literally type any answer. And then after that, I do a survey on me, my training. How did you hit your goals, some goals or any kind of goals in 2018? What do you want to see, or what do you want to see more of in 2019? And, sometimes hearing maybe, there's not usually tons of negative feedback, but sometimes you get a couple things, but it's good for us to take from that and learn from it, because it's going to make us push hard in the new year. And it shows our current clients that we care and we're here for the long run. So it kind of keeps that client retention. So I recommend that. I did that a couple nights ago. So they all get that. They're voting on their things, So send that out. And then I tell trainers, same thing, don't start posting January 1st. I kind of have a thing where people aren't really thinking fitness the week before Christmas. They're so busy shopping and worrying about where they're going to eat and what they're going to eat. And, are they going to have a boyfriend by, for Christmas or not? People just have other things on their mind the week before Christmas, but Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and then the couple days before New Year's, and then New Year's Day and New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Those days you got to be posting like crazy, because people eat that huge meal. They're sitting on the couch. They're feeling like shit because they had turkey and gravy and whatever. And they're scrolling around, and you want them to see your stuff. And you can't just do regular stuff. You got to maybe make it a little funny, or don't be afraid to be like, hey, you feel like shit right now. You just ate a whole bunch of food. You're thinking about where you're going to go. Well, your answer is me. Just get your personality in it. Don't share generic photo of whatever, a gym. I hate when people just share generic photos they pull off Google. Start taking pictures in your classes now. Catch people looking like they're hurling, or get a picture of you, or talk, or get your face in front of the camera and talk, and just say some funny things that's going to catch them on Christmas Day or that week. So I really hugely post starting Christmas Eve on, just like Hurdleist said. And then thinking of a challenge. Hurdleist is doing a fat loss thing. I have my Christmas class tonight, and that's another good thing to do. Host a Christmas class. People usually bring friends. They come and try that out, and they're like, oh, that was really fun, because it's more of a free, fun class tonight. I'm going to be putting a video on my YouTube of it. It's going to be really, really cool. I have some cool stuff we're doing. But then they come to that. I'm expecting some new people. If you can hook one or two, like Hurdleist said, one client is so important because like you get them and then they start telling people. So even if you only have one or two, it's awesome too, right? So then Christmas class, I'm really talking a lot. I just got 2 more points. And then and then maybe starting a new class in the new year. So maybe like you do a lot of cardio classes. So maybe you want to like say, hey guys, coming 2019, I'm doing a boxing class now once a week. Or, oh, I found this really cool staircase outside and I'm going to run like just a stair class every Sunday morning. Or so adding a new class to your program is always really cool. And it's refreshing for trainers because we get bored of doing the same stuff every week. It's a new year, add a new class. And then putting on the challenge and then a fit test. I always do like a fit test in January, like some kind of fit test. Maybe it's like going the distance. Like, okay, you know, everyone wears the things on their wrist or on their phone saying how many calories you burned or how many steps you took. So maybe it's like, hey, first client to reach 100,000 steps or 100,000 calories or 50,000, whatever you want to do. And the proof is in the pudding. We're going to reset it January 1st, wins, whatever. So that's kind of like a fun one. I think that's it. I got up my sleeve. Oh, one more thing. Christmas Eve, like Hurdleist said, we have a lot in common today, Hurdleist, and I really like that hat on you. It looks good.
Thanks.
But working when other people aren't. So this year, Christmas Eve is my 7th annual Christmas Eve workout, and it's free, but it's a donation. I always find a family in need. So this year we have this like cute little family, and their daughter's got some like really major issues going on with her. So I usually get 100 to 150 people, and we usually raise like 50,000. I wish $5,000 to $6,000. So this is one of my best things because I always get like, I don't know, 80 people that never come to my class. So having that like Christmas Eve workout when everywhere else is closed and making it a charity event and making it really fun and cool. So ours is a Christmas climb in the stairwell. And 100, 150 people every single year because it's just like that spirit and it's fun. And I've been doing it for so long. So if you put one on and you get 20 people the first time, it's like any kind of event. Don't worry, every year it will grow if you stay consistent with it. And now all these new people, I got to really give her when I'm in there on Christmas Eve because I got to show my personality and how awesome I am and compliment them and make them feel good because I'm hoping I can gain like 10, 15 new clients like I've done in the past. That's it.
Wow. Some awesome stuff there as well. I'll summarize the points because there was so much good stuff. All of it was so good, but that last point, wow, I love that. The Christmas Eve charity thing, that is such a good idea. And I recommend everyone do that for 2 reasons, right? A, yes, it can help with your clients as well. But B, it's just a nice thing to do, right? If you can just raise $5,000 for someone in need, that's a good thing to do. So I really, really love that. And I recommend every single person listening to this should do something similar. And it's a good excuse to do it because really you can do that any time of the year, right? But there's something about doing it at Christmas that just makes it feel good. So I love that there. I love the awards. So I'm a huge fan of awards as well. And that end of year party, I run 12-week challenges. So I'd always do an end of session party. And what I found a lot of the times were there were clients that were 50-50 about coming back for the next 12 weeks, but they came to this party, they got to meet everyone else, they had a lot of fun, and that was enough to get them over the line. So I strongly recommend that party there. And I love the survey, and I recommend everyone do the survey as well. And I recommend in my 12-week challenges, we do the survey at week 6 at every part of the 12 weeks. And it can be confronting, especially the first time, right? Because you're thinking, oh, is the feedback going to be bad? Like, man, I don't want to get, no one likes getting bad feedback, right? It's not nice to do, but that's how you get better. And that's how I improved a lot as a boot camp instructor myself, because I did that. And the first time I got all sorts of negative feedback, right? And I simplify mine. Mine's 3 questions. It's basically, what is it? The first one is, how much are you enjoying the training sessions on a scale of 1 to 10? If less than 10, what could I do to make it more enjoyable? The second one is, how supportive do you find me as a trainer? Scale of 0 to 10. What can I do? If less than 10, what can I do to be more supportive? How do you like the community? How do you enjoy the group environment? 0 to 10. What could I do to make it more of a community, right? And those 3 questions there, what I found when I first did it, like there was all sorts of negative feedback, right? But what I was able to do is take each negative feedback and be like, okay, well, if that's how people are thinking, what can I do so that I never give that feedback again, right? And after you do that enough times, the negative feedback stops coming because you've got that negative feedback, but then you're adjusting each point there. So I recommend every trainer do that. Yes, it's so confronting at the start and you might feel bad for a day or two, but don't feel bad. Use it to make yourself better. And then I love the Christmas Eve to New Year. So that's the rush, right? That Christmas Eve through to New Year's Day, that's the rush when we want to be super, super active. And very important, not just the generic stuff, right? Because any single person can jump on Google. I could go on right now and find some generic meme about, Christmas or New Year's Eve or whatever. There's nothing personal to it, right? Adding some personal touch is good. So I love those points there, Danny. We're running out of time here, guys. Anything we want to finish with? Anything you want to finish with there, Jonathan? Anything you want to get off your chest?
Well, I really like the awards that Danny does, and I'm going to steal that. And I like the charity thing. I'm definitely going to steal that. I'm going to have just a jar. I'll start off by putting in X amount of dollars and say, hey, it's a free class, but if you want to help a family, throw $1 in, throw $2 in. I think that'll be great, like really, really great. And everybody that's listening should do this. Yeah, one of the main things that a lot of trainers struggle with, that I struggled with, put your face on the camera. People are buying you. They're not buying your equipment because they can find that equipment anywhere. So don't be afraid to put your face on the camera. It's going to be awkward for you at first, but it's not going to be awkward for the audience because they want to see you. Be more like Danny, and you'll be fine.
You're making my head bigger than it already is.
Anything you want to finish off with there, Danny?
Yeah, I'm not sure when this video is going live. Maybe it'll be too late for Christmas. I'm not really sure, but it's not too late to do the event, trainers. Or maybe yours isn't a Christmas Eve one, but it could be a New Year's Day one. While everyone else is closed, people are feeling it's the first. It's New Year's Day, and most gyms are closed. That's the first day, so then everyone's got to start on the second. So make something happen on the first. Jono, is this going to go live before January 1st?
Yes, I was planning to do it next Thursday, but I'm thinking I might even have to do it today, just all this Christmas stuff. I might have to launch it today. What do you guys think?
Bro, send me this video as soon as we're done because I'm going to post this in an hour.
Yeah, me too. Get this up because trainers, it's not too late to do a Christmas Eve class or a New Year's Day class. Pick a day that gyms are closed and just get it out there really quick. Make a Facebook event. Find a family in need. It could be cash. It could be gift cards. It could be, books or toys or whatever. A jar, like Hurdleist said. Do it. Don't make excuses. Don't be afraid. And if you get 20 people, who cares? You raise $50. Doesn't matter. Every year it will grow. So get after it. And any questions, just ask one of us three. We're here for you guys.
Awesome. I'm definitely posting this today now. That ended up being quite a good one. We were a bit hesitant about this, right? But now I'm like, man, I can't wait to post this.
Yeah, this was awesome. I love talking with you guys. It's a highlight of my week.
Awesome. All right. We'll chat next week, guys.
All right. Bye, everybody.